Good evening, you amazing people out there. This is day number 6 and 7 of the Option Trading Challenge. And what did we have here today? An 800% win. Nothing to write home to mom about. I know. American Airline. I know you're thinking about that too. And you're thinking to yourself, can Johnny Chapman tell the future? No, it definitely ran in the direction I was predicting it would go. And I sold out of those contracts early because those pesky analysts downgraded it to $12. I didn't want to risk the account. We took a $17 win off of that one, which definitely helps the account. Small wins over time are great things. However, that was not a risk on my big account, so I held on to those contracts and sold each one of those. They were a little bit higher strike price, $15 strike price, and we got into the money on those. I think I sold them just out of the money, maybe like 10 cents out of the money, and we turned each one of those $6 contracts into $100 contracts. I think it was $360 I took away off of that one. But I didn't want to risk that on this. Small wins, they turn into big things. However, I was still really bullish about the direction all the airlines were going up. American Airline stopped out, but Delta, United Airline, and Boeing were still on the move. Those are all part of the SPY and the S&P 500. As long as they go up, the S&P goes up. So I got a contract on SPY for $319. We ended up getting in the money on that one. It was a $15 contract. Maybe it was a $20. You know what? Let me show you real quick. Let me pop that up here. So as you see there, 800% is where we got out on that contract. That was one day. So it was 100 and some change in one day, risking a small amount of money. Now, it wasn't so much of a risk. There was time left on it. If it would have traded sideways, we still would have made a little bit of money, another $10 to $15 gain for the account. Fortunately, with the sentiment of the market move, it took that jump and ended up becoming 800% winner. Now, once this account gets up to the $1,000 to $1,500 range, we'll take a little bit longer risks. We'll try and let some of these run into the 500 to 1,000% range. And Sunday, I plan on shooting a video on how to look for these things. Why do I make predictions like American Airline taking that $15 range, and why I still think it's going to run up to $30. There's a lot to talk about on that topic. We also took a scalp play to help out a little bit here. I don't know if you know what WORK is. WORK stock ticker, and it's Slack. Slack is it's in the technology market. It got crushed yesterday. They're actually making significant amounts of money. It's a really good company, and for whatever reason, they decided to change their price target, and they just got wrecked. Their stock dropped pretty significantly, and it shouldn't have. So I also look for those types of things, large drops in companies that are making really good money. Unless they're being sued, then it's definitely a spot to try and jump in. So anyway, that was a quick scalp play for $15. That was 10 minutes. 9 or 10 minutes I was in on that play. I seen it hit a support line. As soon as it hit the support line, I bought a contract. I rode the contract out for 10 minutes and sold it for a $16 gain, or $15.78, which helped bump the count up just a little bit more. I believe we were at 420 earlier. And that reminds me, we're at 405.54. The account was at 260 yesterday, and we only had $170 of tradable funds. We are now at $350 of tradable funds. So Monday, we'll be able to buy a couple more positions. I'm also looking at getting into Starbucks. The whole market is moving up, and in order for the S&P 500 or SPY ETF to get up to where it previously was, insurance, real estate, and the commercial food markets, they all need to get back up to where they were before the madness happened. And once they do, the S&P 500 will be back to where it was during the bull run back in February. I'm really looking for that to happen because there's crazy stuff going on around the world, and as soon as we get back up there, that's going to create more support for Donald Trump. There are so many people out there that hate him. I kind of feel like the market manipulation will start to happen, and it's going to start pulling back, probably just as fast as it did whenever the Heineken thing started to happen. But then again, I don't know. And you look for these things. You don't try to predict the future. You ride the wave. You try to look where things are going. Like I was saying before, I watched American Airline take this huge dump. I know it is a valuable company. They're going to start flying people around again. And as soon as they do, they'll start making profits again. Multi-billion-dollar companies don't go bankrupt while they still have planes and passengers. So this one hit my trend line here that I was looking for. It took the bounce off of it. I was looking for that $13. I was looking for it to happen 3 days ago. It didn't happen until 2 days ago. And once it did, it was an awesome move. And like I said, it's still got upside. In my opinion, $30 is definitely a fair price for this stock. I'm holding on to it for the long term. I'm holding on to CCL, AAL, USO, Ford, and NIO. NIO is kind of out there. It's a little bit risky, but I believe in the electric car market, and it is a Chinese company that builds really nice electric cars. They basically use the same technology as Tesla. So I really, really feel good about that company. I'm holding on to it for the long run. And that's it. I'm going to try to put a video together on why or how I find these things, or what I'm looking for in order to find these things. And so look out for Sunday. I'm going to try and post some more about options, why options are so powerful, why the risk on these things are so low, and you can take a small amount of money to make a large amount of money. It doesn't make sense to buy one share of a stock and make 10 cents when you can buy a contract for the cost of that one share of a stock and make $100 to $200. If this account was bigger, we probably would have picked up 10 to 12 of those contracts, those SPY contracts that turned up 800%, and we would have had a little over $1,000 to $1,200 off of that. We would have spent $100 and made 800% on our $100 instead of 800% on our $20 or $14. I don't remember. I just looked at it and I forgot already. The only thing I ask in return is for you to, on that YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, share this with somebody, help me help you. In order for me to gain traction, I have to say it because that's what everybody does. Smash that like button. Anyway, don't smash anything. That's not nice. Definitely don't smash things. Okay, so yeah, Sunday. I will see you Sunday. So stay green, my friends.